Okay, so when does She-Hulk take place? We're going to use evidence from the MCU to prove that it takes place both before Avengers Endgame and then after Shang-Chi. So, number one, Bruce Banner. Now, if you remember correctly from Avengers Infinity War, no, at the end of Avengers Endgame, Bruce snaps the gauntlet and he completely roasts his hand. And at the end of Endgame, we see that his character still has his arm in a sling from the damage of wielding the gauntlet. Now, fast forward to Shang-Chi, and even though Bruce has reverted back from Professor Hulk into normal Banner, his arm, that exact same arm that he injured in Endgame, is still in a sling. So, looking at the new trailer, the Bruce that we see in the trailer hasn't received the damage from the gauntlet yet. I believe that the first parts of She-Hulk take place during the blip, where essentially something happens that requires Bruce to save her life. I believe in the comic books it was a blood transfusion from Bruce to why did I completely forget her name? Like I said her name so much yesterday and I don't remember. We're just gonna keep calling her She-Hulk or Tatiana Maslany. But Jennifer Walters. Wow, why does it keep happening to me? The blood transfusion from Bruce to Jen essentially is what triggers her into becoming a Hulk. So I believe that there's something catastrophic that's going to happen to her during that 5-year period between the end of Infinity War and the beginning of Endgame, which leads to the Hulk needing to save her life, probably the same type of blood transfusion, and in doing so, he unlocks her latent Hulk abilities. There's a lot going on with the Banner family tree. Now, post that, this show also takes place, like I said, after the return of all the characters and then after Shang-Chi, because someone that we see in this movie is Emil Blonsky. The last time we saw him was in the very first Hulk movie with Edward Norton, and then we haven't seen him since until he popped up as Abomination in the fight drome during Shang-Chi. It seems as though Emil Blonsky's in that exact same prison that Wong was essentially teleporting into, then teleporting out of. That means that this series also takes place after the events of Shang-Chi. But yeah, that's basically it. Like the super quick rundown, which is She-Hulk Attorney at Law is basically going to take place during the 5-year gap of the blip. Something happens to Jen Walters where Bruce needs to save her life by giving her a blood transfusion, and then we're going to pick up once the characters return post second snap by the Hulk, and we're going to continue after the events of Shang-Chi. I really feel as though Doctor Strange the Multiverse of Madness is the cap off for the overall MCU at the moment. I don't know if we're going to get anything currently movie-wise that might take place after Multiverse of Madness. Well, until the next movie, of course. But for the most part, I don't see the TV shows that we're about to get happening after Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I think that's the end point of the current MCU. But yeah, that is basically a super quick breakdown of the time frame that we can expect to see in She-Hulk Attorney of Law. If you have any questions, comment down below, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace. Hey everybody, Sen here with today's sponsor for the video, NordPass. NordPass is a program created by the guys who made NordVPN. It stores all of your passwords in one location of your choosing offline that only you can access. It provides you with an autofill feature for the websites that you've already visited, and it also securely stores your credit card information offline that only you can access away from other people's prying eyes. But in the event that somebody's prying eyes are able to lay their eyes upon that of your information, NordPass will notify you of any data breaches involving your username, your passwords, or even your credit cards. And the best part, NordPass encrypts all of your data, like I said, locally, offline, that only you can access and the NordPass employees can't. If you're interested in trying out NordPass, visit nordpass.com/sen. Information is down in the description. You will get 2 years plus a free month for 50% off. Once again, that is nordpass.com/sen. Now, back to your regularly scheduled program.